Pride Month, so I just realized, like, as I walk around New York, it's becoming a new city, very different than the one that I know. Queer culture is changing too. Queer black culture is changing too. We used to go to the pier, for example, to hang out, to seek refuge. Now we don't really go to the pier. The pier is like for like, it'd be like young tech bros in there, you know, with their girlfriend. But it do not be black queer people. Not like that anymore, you know? That's the only people you used to see over there. And the slang changed a lot too. For example, stud was not a word that was used out here growing up in Brooklyn. I started to get like maybe queer feelings when I was like in 2005. So that's when I started becoming aware of it. Stud was not a term. We used to use AG. Now if you really from New York, you're gonna know AG. Depending on how old you are too. But you're gonna know the term. AG was like what we use for stud, for mask, for black mask. Like we used AG. For me, once I started to ascribe to that terminology, I knew I wasn't that, but I knew I wasn't necessarily like full femme either, you know, because I was always kind of like a tomboy. So I used to use the term femaggress. Femaggress is like somebody that's like in the middle. You feminine, but you could be a little aggressive too. You could be a little of a tomboy as well. So that's what I used to call myself, and that's what a lot of people call themselves too, femaggress. I've never, that term, I don't know where it's at now, but aggress and femaggress. There's even a movie called The Aggressives on Prime about black masculine presenting people. It came out like in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, and it follows like 5 different quote unquote aggressive people. You should go check that out to get a little bit more of like what the culture was like in the early to mid 2000s as far as like black masks are concerned. But yeah, aggressive was a term, not stud. People in New York, you know, was using dyke too, but not dyke like in a negative way, you know? But dyke, yeah, they use that too. Now I guess the term for me would be STEM. Somebody between a stud and a femme. Dominant femme, I think. I don't know these new terms, but the old term was femaggress and that was my shit. You know, somebody who like, I got the femme hairstyle kinda today. Then I got like my baggy pants and my sneakers. Then, you know, so sometimes my fits will be kind of masculine. And then sometimes I'll pop out in a dress, confuse everybody, and it'll be like that. It's okay. You know, being queer, you can do what you want to do. That's what it's about, doing what you want to do. All right, have a good day. Happy Pride.